Hello and welcome everyone. This is your weekly reading for the first week of June 2022. I quickly want to thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel. And now let's see what Spirit has in store for you this week. All right, Gemini. We're starting with the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Star, the Ace of Swords, Temperance, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So, with these, I see, let's see, you have three nice strong standalone cards. You have the Hierophant, Temperance, and the Star. So with the Hierophant starting out, spiritual growth, someone who's going to bring you to a point where you are open to and willing to have a spiritual awakening, learn more about your spiritual self. Normally this reflects and is very closely related to a Taurus. So, but in general, just someone that you look to for guidance, period. Someone with a traditional heart or mind, someone you look to as a true mentor. Then we have the Star. The Star is speaking to being open to new ideas, feeling like you are going to be rewarded for staying on and being on the right path. So those two together, definitely a spiritual weekend for you, or spiritual week for you, Gemini. You're going to be definitely open to things of a supernatural nature or things of a spiritual nature. So that's a very good thing. To be more open to things like that, give you more faith in yourself and things outside yourself, not necessarily religious, but definitely spiritual. Coming to terms with some things too because of that new spiritual acceptance that you're going to be having. And then you have Temperance. Temperance is definitely speaking to successful communication. So these people that are going to come into your life that are going to bring you more spiritual enlightenment. Definitely a good way to put it. Spiritual enlightenment. Temperance is going to have something to do with that. Just being open to it. Cooperation can create success, and that good, strong communication that you'll be having due to the Hierophant. It says that your spiritual self will be rewarded this week. You're going to be more in touch with that. So you're very inquisitive. So if this is not something that you've been open to before, it's going to be very cool for you this week that you're going to it's just going to come to you naturally. Spirituality is inside you. So something or someone in this case is going to pique that and make you want to be more in touch with it. And Temperance is telling you, yes, you need to cooperate with, you need to embrace these teachings, you need to learn more about it. And then you have that inspiration from the Star. So it's going to be something that you are going to desire, something you're going to work towards, something you're going to gladly give your time and effort to. So since we're talking about that, let's look at your challenge cards. You have the Ace of Swords and you have the Ten of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is saying you're going to have a breakthrough, some sort of mental clarity. So by being more open spiritually, you are going to be naturally more open mentally. You're going to be more receptive to all sorts of things. So if there's something you've been trying to contemplate or understand, this might be the week for you to look at it again. And you will be looking at it from a different viewpoint, a different light. So definitely think about that. Is there something that you have been, soul searching sounds like a good way to put it. Something that you have been really wanting to know, something you've really been wanting to understand. this sounds like the week that you're going to be more in tune with that part of yourself. And looking at it again this week, might have better results in how it comes across to you, how you understand it or interpret it. And then we have the Ten of Swords. With the Ten of Swords, speaking of a time where conflict is going to be ended. So there you go. Again, it's something that you've been thinking about, something that you might have blocked or been blocking because you weren't more spiritually open. You weren't more curious about things that are not concrete or cut and dried. Well, being able to open your mind more, being more open to things that are not necessarily of this world per se, or not necessarily something you can touch or hold, or something that is static. Being able to be in tune with that is going to help you. The Ten of Swords says now you're going to be able to have the end to that conflict. You're going to be able to move forward in a very positive way. Your action card, your Three of Wands, also talking about foresight, creativity, cooperation, and just a good time for possibly setting some new goals for yourself. Especially if you're looking at things differently, you're being able to look at problematic things that have caught you off guard, or things that you just didn't quite get. Well, this week you're going to be getting them, Gemini. So since you're on that roll, you're having the foresight, maybe plan some new long-term goals for yourself, because now you can move forward into something that wouldn't have been possible had you not gotten past these mental blocks, past these blocks that are happening for you, and being more open spiritually, being more open to the forces around you. And then with our Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, loss card. It's a card that makes you, that says that you are feeling at a loss. That could possibly have been, again, because of the way that you were looking at the world and the things around you differently. Possibly feeling like you were at a loss. But now, again, you're moving toward new goals. You're being more open to your spirituality, being more open to things that you just didn't understand before, and now they're beginning to click. You're beginning to understand them. So the Five of Pentacles is just saying that sense that you had that you were out of the loop or not getting what you deserved, that's changing for you. This week, Gemini, it's going to start to roll in a different direction. So if you were having that sense of loss or feeling like your finances weren't quite meeting your needs or your wants, that should be changing for you. And this week will be the start of that. Then with your Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is also speaking to security and stability. Oddly enough, the Knight usually represents brash action, doing things without thought about the outcome. Well, in this case, it's saying you are going to be able to reach that sense of security and stability. And it will be because you are open-minded. You're thinking outside the box. You're starting to understand things that would have stumped you, possibly even just last week. But now things are changing for you, Gemini. So just be open-minded. Don't have to be in touch spiritually, but just be open-minded. Really try to understand. Now, look at things from a different perspective, and it will be to your benefit. That's what I'm seeing for you this week. Thank you for joining me, and I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.